Well, darling, there's only one God. Darling, there's only...
Welcome to the Dirty Bag Podcast. I'm your host, Cookie, and happy Mother's Day to all my mamas, baby mamas, mamas. This day is for y'all. This episode is for y'all. Now, I'm going to keep it real brief. I know I'm not going to have y'all attention too long. Y'all probably headed to brunch with some bright-ass dress on. You're trying to show off your new bundles. You got your edges laid. So I really just want to take this moment to just encourage you guys. I felt like I've probably talked a lot about motherhood, I would say, in the past season. Even me celebrating 20 years as my son entered, adulthood, about just valuing what we do. I'll tell y'all what really got me last week. So I'm just basking in my fly right. Because I'm not a regular mom. I consider myself a cool mom. And even in my big ass age and starting all over and now having a toddler, I feel like I'm really coming into my own as a woman, like a seasoned woman, a woman that owns who she is cool with the ins and outs of my flaws, the great things about me, the things that need work, who I'm probably gonna go to the grave as. I'm cool with all that. I'm cool with all my layers. So I'm on my Snapchat, I went to this event, I've done some social media content, like I'm just looking fly as shit, got my little baby rolls out, I don't give a damn, right? Looking good. And I posted it to my Snap, and somebody that I've known for a long time, like we used to go to school together, really appreciate her. She's a cool ass girl. She responds, "I need your confidence." And she's a mother, she has daughters. And I thought to myself, like, you were always somebody that was confident to me. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, I ain't gonna drop a name, but girl, do you know who you are type deal? And then I had to think about the fact that based off her post, she's kind of going through right now. Like life is kind of swinging on her. I think that she's in the middle of a separation. I ain't gonna go too deep because I don't know much. I just know what I see on social media. And I look at how when mothers go through different stages and how even the most strongest, confident woman can get knocked down and sometimes has to question herself. And our confidence takes a hit sometimes when we go through these dark moments and these seasons. And what I want to say is this, and this is actually what I told her. I said, listen, you raised some black queens. Ain't no confidence issues with you. What you mean? Like, you give life, you raising the next generation. I think we should all walk around with our chest puffed out. We've earned that right. Being a mom is hard. It really is. And I think the biggest thing about being a mother is sometimes, and I've said this before, who we are, sometimes we take a back seat. Our needs take a back seat. Things that make us happy take a back seat because we're all in for our kids, as we should be. But you got to remember who you were before you had your children. Yes, children change you, but there's things about you that make your eyes light up, right? There's things that you enjoy. There's things that you're good at. And I think it's so important as mothers that we find our way back to that. It's in the best interest of everybody, right? Like, you got to figure out what makes you happy. And as it pertains to my single mom, so here's the deal, y'all. And y'all know, President Podcast Baby Mama here. I don't give a shit. I love being a mom. I don't cry about the fact that I'm a single mom. Well, at least not all the time. We all have our tears. Let me not lie. What I mean is I don't see it as this scarlet letter. And I know sometimes on Mother's Day it's particularly harder for y'all because you carrying the weight of the world. You got so many things to do, and sometimes you might not get celebrated the way you should if you don't have a partner, or the way you feel you should. Some of y'all got like 10, 15 sneaky links. I ain't judging. Do you? But I think that we don't take into account what all we do. And I saw a post one day, somebody made a statement like, people think that them being single mothers, they deserve the world or something crazy. Yeah, actually we fucking do, as a matter of fact. I've seen women with husbands or with partners that still struggle, that still feel alone, and they feel like single mothers, right? So the fact that people that take the hands that they're dealt, or the bed they, lying in the bed they made, whatever, that we're able to do so many amazing things. that you are able to raise these human beings, sometimes when not with the most sufficient support. And you raise these dope ass people. I love it. You deserve all the things. You deserve all of your flowers. Now, I don't get off into that whole, on Father's Day, folks is wishing mothers. Yeah, I don't get into that. I don't do it. But if you know a single mama, listen, give her flowers. Give her literal flowers. And y'all know what I'm saying here. For those of y'all that are practicing this gentle parenting, though, baby, so let's get into this 2-year-old right now. The other one's grown. Nobody will humble you like a toddler. Them little motherfuckers will humble you. They are the shadiest people on earth. My daughter is shady as shit. I'm going to tell y'all, I'll be in the car trying to serenade. I think I'm doing a damn thing, right? I look in my mirror and this is shh. Like, this child is trying to silence me. You ain't even hit kindergarten yet. You trying to silence me. You can barely, you just really starting to take time to explore wiping your own ass, and you trying to silence me. So for that reason, baby, take all the mimosas today, all the naps. Leave them dishes soaking in the sink. So there's that. Now, I'm going to challenge us to be a little bit more vulnerable in our circle of mothers. Sometimes we have we got this superwoman thing going, right? We got our capes on and all that stuff. So sometimes people around us think this shit is easier than what it is. This is where we fuck up, is that we're not really forthcoming with how hard it is sometimes. So people around you see what you go through and they think, okay, well, she got it, so I can do it. Let me tell y'all something. I know I probably make this shit look real easy. It's fucking hard. And a lot of times it's more mental than anything else. What it takes to make sure you're rearing a child in the right direction, that you haven't completely fucked them up, that you've given sufficient time to them and yourself, that you're not putting them on the back burner for your projects, your jobs, whatever creative things you have going on. I think we got to start being more honest about that, because the whole point of sisterhood, well, a huge part of sisterhood to me is I go through certain things so you don't have to. If I touch a stove, you see me touch that stove, you see the scars, you see how I got burnt, baby, don't walk that plank. It's sharks in the water. So I think we definitely have to be a lot more honest with what this journey looks like for those around us, to give them perspective and to help them better prepare themselves. I wish there were a lot of things people had told me before I became a mother, instead of just thugging it out and me seeing this strong woman that can handle anything, so now I can handle anything. Some of them were crumbling, and then there's this whole thing with our mamas used to, and we've talked about this, and it's beating a dead horse. We're not trying to be like them. We're not trying to wear ourselves out, put 1,000% into children and nothing into ourselves. Because then you grow this bitter old woman who never lived to her full potential. I don't want that for anybody. I sure as hell don't want it for me. And that's why I feel like for me this time around as a mother, second time around, I'm more intentional about living. I'm more intentional about reevaluating. Am I doing the things that make me, that bring me joy right now? Are you doing the things that bring you joy? Are you flexing? Do you realize you still sexy? Some of y'all done had kids and y'all walking around dressed like they daddy. For what? Don't do that. It's still okay to be sexy. It's still okay to do things for yourself. It's still okay to be beautiful. It's still okay to put yourself together. You don't have to throw it all away because you feel like you have to present yourself as a certain way as a mom. Because I sure as hell don't. I probably get judged, baby. I show skin. I've said 1,000,000 times, I don't like fabric on my body. It's not trying to get validation from anybody. Look, I'm fly before I step out. I'm just allowing you to bask in it with me. I know I'm fine. I know I'm fine, mom. I know I'm a MILF. I know I'm all those things. So especially to my single moms, y'all, don't let yourself go. And plus, it's always stepdaddy season the minute March come around. I said it before, they in the snack aisle, they in the grocery store, they showing up to the park to play basketball with fruit snacks in the bag. They out here, somebody still wants you. A lot of somebody still wants you. But the thing is, do you want you to be better? Do you feel like you still worth it? So on this Mother's Day, I'm really just challenging us to take care of us, put us first, understand you are still valued. It don't matter how far along you are in the process. Don't matter how old your kids then got, or you think that your prime years are gone. Listen, this is a new era, especially if you stepping into chapter 40. My toe about to step into that pond. I am amped because I felt like I got life again when I had my daughter. It just gave me my second win. So mothers, y'all are amazing. You are everything. You don't have to worry yourself down for everybody. You can establish boundaries. That's okay. You can put you first. And I said I wasn't keeping y'all too long today. I just wanted to come on here and just encourage y'all real quick. You're doing a good job. You still fine. You can still flex. You're all those things. So until next time, y'all, we're still in a pandemic-ish. If you got to, wear your mask, wash your hands, socially distance, and when you get a free moment, please remember to clean up your dirty bag. Till next time.
Well, darling, there's only